Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Doing wonderful, Judy. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for coming on board today for your interview. Cindy Pesa-Smith is the Senior Business Development Consultant for Ansafone Contact Centers based out of Ocala, Florida. So, Cindy, can you tell me a bit about your role here at Ansafone?
Sure, not a problem. As you've mentioned, I've been brought on board as a senior business development consultant. I have actually been in the industry for a little bit for over 20 years. And I started literally as a call center agent and
Oh,
then worked my way through every position within the role of the company, from a client services to an operations manager, which now am landed into the consulting role.
oh, wonderful. And can you share a bit more about your career path on how you got into this industry before?
Sure. Actually, I've always enjoyed working in the telecommunications business. And actually, one of my first positions was being an agent working for MBNA America, which was the credit card industry, right? And it's all about working with people and communicating with people. That's really what my passion is and what drives me. So it resulted in me staying within the industry, growing and maturing in the different roles that I have acquired.
Wonderful. Cindy, what would you say differentiates Ansafone from all the competition out there?
I would say that the company provides many different solutions to a variety of firms that range from small businesses to large corporations across multiple industries. So we have, I think that what differentiates us from the competitors is the processes that we have built within the company in itself.
What is your philosophy and approach to servicing clients?
Customer service is everything and anything that touches a customer. It's really important, directly or indirectly. And customer service for me means servicing customers. And it's much more than just solving a problem or addressing a complaint.
Hmm.
Customer service is a part of a holistic customer experience that is capable of providing a critical and more competitive advantage in today's marketplace.
Hmm. And so what are the services that Ansafone provide?
Oh, we provide many different services on an inbound and an outbound level, whether we're emailing customer service, your basic telephone answering service of taking a message and dispatch, delivery. We offer live chat, bilingual services, and then of course, even with product recall and consumer affairs. And we cater, a lot of our customers that we do cater to are in the medical industry. But what's really nice too is that not only does an inbound component need that customer service touch, but we also have the outbound components where we can make outbound calls to whether it is to re-engage or win back customers and or existing business relationships, to cold calling and develop additional revenue for the companies that we are calling on behalf of.
Oh, wonderful. What would you say is your greatest strength?
I would say the ability to be adaptable at any given moment. I think within our industry, you have to be accessible to your customers at any given time. As a matter of fact, last night I actually had a call with a client at around 8 o'clock. She was
Right.
in New York, and one of the statements she made to me is that I want to go with you because it is 8 o'clock at night, Cindy. And she says, and that's the type of service that I need. And I said, well, that's going to represent the type of service you're going to receive when you onboard with Ansafone.
Exactly. And it just sounds like it's so important to pick up that call at any time, right? Because
Yeah,
Ansafone is 24/7.
that is right. Absolutely. 24/7. And it's just really critical that even from being a senior business development consultant, your day is not 9 to 5. These
Right.
clients are going to need you at any given time. And operationally, we function as a team in that respect. So even though we are, on the sales side and business developing these relationships, those clients need to have that first impression set right, that tone set right from the start.
What are your top three accomplishments so far?
I would say that, being a part of the industry, there's something called the Award of Excellence. And when I was used to oversee locations, okay, in the past, we had a third party that would come in and do the Award of Excellence. And for the teams that I was running, still 7 years in a row, we won the Award of Excellence with the top highest score. And that's actually scored and tiered very high, and it has to be over 86% or higher within the industry. So every one of the locations that I did manage for 7 years in a row, we won it. And there was over 5 sites that I was overseeing that managed to grab that Award of Excellence award. Now, LinkedIn is a big thing for me. I take a lot of pride and passion in that because it's a lot of our, building our rapport with our clients. And within the industry, I can say that it's gone unnoticed with a lot of our, our clients and our customers, and for the recommendations, and just watching some of those recommendations that they have put on LinkedIn for me is another accomplishment that has followed me through the years, as as I mentioned, the multiple roles that I have filled, whether it was a client service manager, managing accounts, to developing relationships and being a leader for my operations team, and being acknowledged. And then the third one was that I did receive a high prestigious award back in 2015, which was an acknowledgement award for a company that I used to work for in the past, which, it takes a lot to be in a company with over 1,200 employees to be awarded that award. So that's something that I'm very proud of.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
In your time here and just in general in your career, Cindy, what would you say are some of your biggest challenges you had to overcome?
Delegation.
Oh,
I have a hard time delegating. I love to be in the trenches. I'm not the one that would give you a task to do without having my hands at least a part of it to be able to be that team player.
Right.
It's to communicate to a colleague in a way where you have to be able to delegate. But the one thing is that, a leader is a leader, and you have managers, right? But you have to be able to be, as a leader, to also step into the role as a manager or as an agent to show them that you can do the job. And I think that the hardest thing for me is kind of realizing one day that I had to change a few of my habits on how I can improve the balance of delegation. Because sometimes if you want to take full ownership of something, you can get overwhelmed. So I think one of the biggest challenges is, if you really want to be in everything, it's good to be in the trenches, but you have to be able to have a good balance.
Right. That's a really good point. I think the delegation will help expedite a lot of the processes too, as well, and take that load off.
That's right.
What is the culture of Ansafone, and how do your core values affect how you lead your team?
So within Ansafone, we do have our core values. And I think one of our core values that I am very, that I probably represent the most is probably passion. I think that you have to have the passion to do your job, again, with balance, right? And it's really critical that the sense of urgency is there, because it doesn't matter the size of the client, you still have to portray that sense of urgency, communicate in a sense of urgency. And again, does not matter the size of the client. You would handle a smaller client the same way you would handle a larger client. So it's really important that within alignment, I think that passion and sense of urgency with having that core value is really important on how to execute any project or campaign.
What is the happiest experience you've had with Ansafone so far, and what are you most proud of?
I love working with a team to achieve the basic common goal, and I know that my background in what I'm bringing to the table has prepared me for this role. So, of course, I feel valued, and the VP of Sales and Marketing, Chris Gromberg, is a really great mentor for me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on board today, Cindy, and for your time to interview. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on www.ansafone.com.
And that is ANSAFONE.com. Thank you again, and we will see you next time.
When you just said that, it broke up, it cut up.